Yo, what's up out there, comic book friends? Gonna have to try and make this quick. Probably not gonna get through everything. Running out of space on my phone, so if it just ends abruptly, that's when it ends. First up, I got something a little bit different. Czarface. This is the Record Store Day LP. It's got a 4-page comic in it and the LP. And let me see if I got. I know I said I was gonna make it quick, but it's pretty cool. Czarface is a group comprised of 7L and Esoteric, as well as Inspected Deck from Wu-Tang. So it's got this 4-page comic in it, which is written by Esoteric, and the artist is Gift Revolver. The art's really cool. Nice artwork. It's only 4 pages though, and then it's got the record in it. So when this came out on Record Store Day, which is a day kind of like Free Comic Book Day, but they release exclusives that day. I mean, they're not free. You have to pay for them, but they go really quick and they're limited runs. I think that was going for about 50. I waited a little while. It dropped down and I got it for $21.50, and that's about where it's at, maybe about 25. And I think there's an older one that sells for like a couple hundred. Czarface comic. So it's pretty cool if you see it online. You may want to pick it up if you're into hip hop. Here's a book I didn't really know about. Wonder Woman 29, the Robot Chicken variant, which these were 1 in 25s. This one apparently is really hard to find, and one recently sold for like 100. I found this for 30, I believe, online. So that was pretty cool. Here's one I bought when pre-ordered it. This is the 20th anniversary Danger Girl. These are actually like so they did a couple different covers. It's like a trade almost, and I paid 30 for that. Obviously the Smoking Gun Danger Girl artwork by J. Scott Campbell. There was also one that had the German exclusive cliffhanger cover, which is really hard to find. I had that one, but I already sold it. So got that. Got one of each of those. A couple other kind of hard to find variants. This is Power Rangers number 24, the Comics Pro variant. I paid $27 for this. This goes for about 75 to 100 given the day. I bought this online retailer. And I also picked up while I was there, paid $56 for this. This is number 0, the Green Ranger variant, which I believe is a 1 in 50. It goes for about 60 to 80, depending on the day. So those are pretty cool to find. Here's one you may want to look out for. I picked this up. Let's see what I got going on here. Okay. This is apparently got picked up by Amazon or Netflix. I can't recall which. But it's a Vault Comics called Failsafe. There's only been 3 issues so far, and Michael B. Jordan is attached to it, I believe as a producer at this point. Not sure if he's going to act in it or not, but obviously he's pretty hot coming off of Black Panther. The covers are like all the same, which is kind of dumb, I think. It's because it's kind of hard to tell which issue is which, at least between the 1 and 2. I paid like $10 for the 3 issues. So if you see them out there, you may want to pick them up. What else we got going here? Okay, I think. Yeah, I'm going to jump into Free Comic Book Day. I went to 3 different shops. Almost all of these were $1. I'll let you know if they weren't $1. All New Wolverine 3 and 4. I've been picking anything up to, I think, issue 6 when I see them for cheap. Amazing Spider-Man $7.93, Venom $159, and Venom Inc. Omega. I'm only missing the Venom number 160 now to complete the set of Venom Inc. And I thought about pre-ordering the set. I think it was like $20. If you pre-ordered, I've only paid $1 for every issue so far. I think there's 6 issues, so I'm just missing one. And I got Deathstroke 10 and 11, these Rob Liefeld Lobo covers. There's another one, it might be 9. It's either 9 or 12. Let me see if there's any. Yeah, it doesn't have like a story arc number on here. These two are worth about like $5 each, maybe. The other one goes for a little bit more. It's kind of like a Hulk 340 homage. Divinity 1 and 2 first prints for $1. Can't beat that. Let's see here. Got Doctor Strange 381 to 84. These are the first Donny Cates issues. Did find some other failsafe issues 1 through 3. Flash Rebirth number 1. I actually got like it came to 22 comics and only charged me 20, so a couple of these I basically just paid 50 cents for, like this one. It's got a little cover rub on it. This cover is horrible. I hate this cover, but goes with it. I'll show you. Hopefully I'll get to some other stuff I picked up online that I'll show you. Alright, what else we got? Free comic book day stuff. A lot of stuff. A lot of good stuff for cheap. Justice number 2, the second print, Batman Alex Ross cover. Second prints of these series are pretty cool and starting to pick up popularity. This is about a $8 to $12 book, depending. New Avengers 35. We all know that one. New Guardians number 2. Starting to pick these back up again when I see them because they are selling for about $10. Night Watch 1 and 2, and I got the deluxe foil cover and 1 and 2 and the regular cover. Ninjak number 1. I picked this up and I was like, oh, it's signed down here, and this is a Emerald City Comic Con exclusive. This is also sketched on, which this is Matt Kint, so I assume he sketched this too. I think the bottoms of the eyes are on the regular cover, but he put the pupils and the mouth in, which is pretty cool. Here's ones that I just finished reading this, and I put it on my list to pick up if I could find them for $1, and I did. I found the whole run. This is Old Man Logan number 25 to 30, the Days of Anger, where he fights the Hulk gang. On the cover here is Maestro, who appeared in Future Imperfect, the 2-issue kind of graphic novel series, trade series. But also issue 27 is the first named appearance of a Hulk gang member called Cambria, who Logan takes a liking to and kind of wants to save her. He kind of spends this story arc kind of chasing her down and wants her to come with him. So I think if you can find those, I think that could be a character in the future that they might use. Punisher number 10. This is a Marco Cicchetto cover, just a regular cover, but it does sell for about, again, it's like in that $7-10 range on any given day. Some other ones that I've been picking up, the Spawn Dark Horror arc. I think I'm pretty close to having 2 sets of at least 1 cover for each issue. Now there's 3 covers for almost all of these, but again, I've gotten these for either $1 or $2, so I'm happy to get those. And this one's a Todd McFarlane cover. Doesn't really have anything to do with the story though, just a cool cover. Let's see what else we got. Some more free comic book day. I got Thanos Annual, which surprisingly is not doing a whole lot, but good to add on to the storyline. X-Force number 17, the X-23 cover. And then this was a pretty good score I was pretty happy about. I got almost the whole set of Messiah Complex, including X-Men 205, First Hope Summers, and the one where she's on the cover there. The only ones I didn't get were the X Factor ones, and probably because they were just pulled out as not even worth selling for $1. Because all those are X-Men series. And then I got this for $1, which is a pretty good one if you can find it. X-Men Second Coming. Number 1. This is the second print. It's a David Finch variant cover. Probably the same as most of the second prints, where this was a panel on the inside of the story. This was only 2 issues, and it's about Hope Summers and Cable, so if you can find any of them, I'd pick them up. There's a couple variants, at least for number 1. Number 2, I think there's just one variant. But that second print sells for a lot, listed around 40. They're not selling for that, maybe selling for 20. Here's another one you may want to keep an eye out for. It's really issue number 23, Deathlock number 23. This is, if you can see here, guest starring Black Panther. He goes to Africa, probably to Wakanda, and it actually features a couple of first appearances from what I could tell from reading through it. One is this character called Freak. There's another, and she appears in 22 as well as another character. But 23 is really the one you want. One of my comic buddies is saying might be a good character for the next Black Panther movie. It's a character named Killjoy. And it's featured on the cover here of 24, which again is kind of like a Hulk 340 homage. Just notice that. That's kind of cool. I got these for $1, so might want to just grab a couple. If you can find it for $1, it doesn't hurt. I got a Hex number 1 for $1, which is a pretty good buy. I mean, again, it's in that $7-10 range. It's a nice high grade copy. I was surprised to find this one, Punisher number 1, Max. That's been on my list for a couple years now. New X-Men number 134, First Quentin Cryer, and this is a newsstand copy, which is pretty cool. Also got another copy of X-Men 205. That one's not like a near mint. It's kind of close to it though. And then picked up 2 more from a different store of Old Man Logan 27s for $1. Now this 27 is the first time she's named. She's in a couple. I think she's in the first issue of the story arc. Can't remember exactly because they actually run into her when she's younger, and that's kind of why Logan had an affinity for her. And then she gets older and is in the Hulk gang, and he kind of is trying to save her from it. And then I also picked these up for $1. X-Men Annual number 9. I read online that they may have Storm pick up Thor's hammer after Jane Foster died recently. Spoiler. So I picked those up for $1. This is kind of, it's got it right on the cover, holding wielding the hammer. So maybe a decent one. Probably by the time I post the video, we'll know if it's something or not. Remember where you heard it first? Probably not on my video. Here's one that I bought online. So that was all my free comic book day stuff, which I thought I did pretty well. Here's one I bought online, which I don't know much about, except that it's a Del Auto cover. It's a variant. It is Highlander number 1. This is the same cover as the regular issue, except basically right here they start to fade it into a sketch. And Dynamite calls this a RRP edition, which I'm not sure what that stands for, because RRP is really proprietary to DC Comics Retail Roundtable program. You might hear Saga number 1 RRP. It was not really distributed at an RRP event because that's only DC Comics. It was distributed at like a retailer breakfast event at a convention, which Marvel also does as well. But DC is the only ones that really, DC is the one that came up with the moniker of RRP.